You are here now for a reason. Maybe someone who cares about you guided you here. Or perhaps you found it on your own because you've had an experience. Something happened that allowed you to see the world in another way. Regardless of how you got here, your timing is perfect. You arrived exactly as you're supposed to. Your story is unique to you. It will guide you moving forward and help others as well. There are many truths you will soon uncover about our world, our history, and the beautiful future we're here to create. At times, the information may be challenging because it defies social norms. It may even go against your core beliefs, and parts will probably feel uncomfortable. Keep exploring and asking questions. You will find the answers. There is an awakening happening right now, and you are experiencing this process. Ultimately, all of us will make a choice. Do you accept the world as it currently is, or are you here to defy all odds and build a better one? If you put what you think you know aside and allow yourself to believe anything is possible, it will be easier to put all the puzzle pieces together. Life will finally make sense, and you will know exactly what you need to do to have an abundant life full of love, where there are no limits. If you choose to stick with the knowledge you currently have and ignore new thoughts and ideas, you'll simply return to life as you currently know it, because that's what you prefer. You've always had the ability to choose your own adventure. There are 5 essential truths to help you during your awakening. Knowing these truths will give you a solid base of support as you learn new information, so you can choose what to believe and how you want to live your life. The world is a really big place. Throughout the years, we have all grown further and further apart. We barely know our neighbors, much less people in other countries. Despite this distance, we are all having a similar experience right now. Every day, more and more people are realizing that something is off. This structure that we call society is broken. We wake up, we go to work or school, run errands, pay our bills, and then crash. We do the same thing over and over again. We pay into a system that is completely failing us, and yet we keep doing it. We count ourselves lucky if we get by without developing a debilitating illness or disease. We put on a good face when we post to our favorite social media sites, but on the inside, we're falling apart. We keep ourselves busy, partly out of necessity so we can earn enough money to survive, but the busyness also prevents us from seeing how messed up this system really is. Who has time to think critically about the world when you're trying to put food on the table or pay your medical bills? If you feel this way, you're not alone. This is reality for 99% of the 8 billion people on our planet. When someone attempts to break out of the system and think differently about our world, we call them conspiracy theorists. We tell them to put on their silver tinfoil hats and fall back in line, because it's more comfortable to call people crazy than to pursue the truth. This system that we've been living in feels off because it's artificial in every sense of the word. Something is natural when it comes from nature. Unfortunately, even our products that were once natural have added ingredients that make them artificial and harmful to our bodies. The air we breathe is contaminated, and those chemicals combine with rainwater to physically change the structure of our crops. This is even done intentionally through GMOs, genetically modified organisms. We've taken something natural and made it artificial. Instead of growing our own food or working locally with farmers, we shop at large supermarkets because it's convenient and the prices are cheap, regardless of all the additives in the food to transport it from the other side of the world. We buy prepackaged meals loaded with preservatives, and then we zap them in the microwave, which removes any remaining nutritional value. We're still hungry after eating a full meal, and we wonder why. Artificial food is bad for our natural bodies. You feel like you're eating, but you're actually starving yourself. And that's just our food supply system. Every part of our global society is artificial. Our governments, our healthcare, our education, our religions, our media and entertainment. Everything is designed to keep us weak, both physically and spiritually. We have been lied to and controlled in every way possible. We're born into this artificial world, so it's often hard to see the diabolical nature of these power structures. Even when presented with the truth, many of us fight like hell to defend this virtual prison we're living in, until we have an awakening. Discovering the truth about our world is a lot to take in. The lies run deep. But change is happening. The system is falling apart, and that may even be the cause for your awakening. It's like having a really weird dream. At some point, you realize it's a dream and wake up because it just doesn't make sense anymore. Think about the world today. Most of our politicians are completely incompetent, regardless of their party affiliation. There's a new potential pandemic scare every few weeks. And all the media talks about are wars and scandals strategically created to distract and divide us. You see, the system only works when we buy into it, literally. We are supporting the system every time we spend our hard-earned money. The shows we watch, the products we buy, the businesses we trust. It all matters. Who is profiting when the rest of humanity is hurting? Who actually owns these companies, and how much control do they have? Follow the money. What would happen if we stopped funding these corporations and started supporting one another? What about the mom and pop shops just down the street? Or the farmers markets, where the products are naturally made with the best possible ingredients? When we, the 99%, finally say enough is enough, the game is over. That's one thing you can do today to help change the world for the better. But it takes more than money to solve our planet's problems, and the odds were definitely stacked against us. As you will soon learn, we are now at the end of a very long struggle. And in this story, the underdog wins. This goes far beyond politics. This is a spiritual battle of good versus evil, light versus dark, life versus death. We were told we were weak, and we believed it. We're constantly dying of cancer, heart disease, and unexplained illnesses. Children today receive 4 times the amount of vaccinations their parents did, and now their bodies are rejecting everyday food like nuts, dairy, and wheat. We wear eyeglasses and put chemicals on our bodies to protect us from the sun, yet the sun is crucial for life on this planet. Are we really weak? Or are we getting bad information that's making us weak? Take the body, for example. The cells in your body are constantly regenerating. If you're healthy, within 1 year, every cell in your body will replace itself with a newer version. That means you literally get a new body every year. Now that's powerful. Think of how much stronger you'd be if your body wasn't fighting off all of the toxins in the air you breathe, the food you eat, and the products you use. Your mind is incredibly powerful. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you're right. It's all about what you believe to be true. This can also be proven scientifically through quantum mechanics. It's the study of how nature reacts at the atomic level. Your body is not actually solid. It just appears solid because all of the atoms are vibrating together, which generates energy. Changes to your state of mind, such as fear, changes the vibrational patterns of the atoms. They can clump together or get out of sync. This causes a disruption in your energetic field, which creates abnormalities such as sickness and disease. In other words, your mind can be so worried about cancer, your body actually gives you cancer. You thought about it so much, your body thinks you want it, so it gives it to you. This science can also be used in your favor. You can heal yourself through positive intent by believing you are healed. And there's strength in numbers. If humanity came together and truly believed they could end wars and stop famine, it would happen. They would literally change reality with their minds. Now you know why we've been told so many lies and why the system tries desperately to keep us divided. They say we use only 10% of our brain. What happens when we embrace our abilities and believe we are more powerful than that? We talk about love all the time. Our love for one another is the main theme behind our popular music and movies. Love for our work may inspire us to get out of bed each day and make a difference. We're naturally drawn to love because it's the driving force behind all of creation. In the universe, love is everything. It's the language that makes life possible. But in an artificial world, love becomes distorted. We form relationships that are self-serving, and we're surprised when they fail. Instead of learning to love ourselves, we expect others to fill that void. We lust after materialistic things that temporarily make us happy. And when that excitement goes away, we replace it with something bigger and better. It's an empty cycle that keeps repeating. But real love, unconditional love, is different. This is the breath of creation. This love recognizes all life is priceless. The seedling about to sprout is a miracle of life, and it's celebrated. It feels a sense of oneness with everything around it. That closeness reveals a symbiotic relationship where nature works together in harmony with one another. Creation is intentional, and everything created has a purpose. And that includes all of humanity. Despite all the lies and deception, you have found your way here. What you do now is completely up to you. This awakening is happening to help you remember who you really are.
You are love.
You are beautiful.
You are worthy.
You are wise.
You are creative.
You are strong.
You are alive.
You are kind.
You are generous.
You are resourceful.
You are joy.
You are inspirational.
You are confident.
You are determined.
You are caring.
You are honest.
You are resilient.
You are brave. You are passionate.
You are intuitive.
You are adventurous.
You are innovative.
You are unstoppable.
And now, you're ready.